Hey guys, welcome back to our live stream, and it's very nice to see you guys again today. I know you guys are probably waiting for Jay about some market updates and trading opportunities. So let's welcome Jay.
Oh, hey. Hey, everybody. How's everyone doing? Thank you, Sia, for introducing me. It is glad to be back, and thank you, everyone, for joining. We're going to have a great session today, and we have a little surprise for you guys in the middle of the show. So, welcome, everyone, to the Pinex live stream, and we will basically go over some news, some recent events, and what's going on in the crypto market. So you are all up to date and you are ready to make some educated trades. And yeah, so let's get into it.
Yeah, so before Jay gets started, I have a question for Jay. So in the past few weeks, the two parties have the U.S. have debated on the debt limit ceiling. Some people they are debating so much, and some people may think they won't reach agreement. So, and what are the consequences of not making agreement, or they finally reaching agreement, and what will happen? So that's the question for you.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, the U.S. debt ceiling has been, in the focus of, media, financial media all around the world, because if the U.S. is not able to raise their debt ceiling, then the U.S. will default on their debts. Um, so that is kind of the outlook, right? And of course, U.S. has one of the largest outstanding. They are, we have the US has the highest credit rating because they're backed by, the consumer confidence in the US. They had a triple A rating back in 2011, but due to, getting so close to defaulting on that debt, they were actually downgraded to double A plus rating. And this time I would believe the government will want to avoid such an event from happening again. And I see Kenzo said, you feel like they're going to reach an agreement just to save the market. That is a very high probability of that happening. I believe so as well. I think fears are overstated. They always do this. They always like wait till the last day until really coming into an agreement, just to kind of like they always like to procrastinate. It's like us in college, or we just don't want to do the assignment until the last day possible. They just want to push it back and push it back. And yeah, it's just politics. They want the Democrats to cut their spending, and the Democrats say you shouldn't be part of it. I see someone asked a question or had a comment. Yep, yep. They're trying to negotiate the terms. They really only need to cover the interest payments. So yeah, I don't think they're going to be, defaulting. I think they're gonna be working something out like before that happens, right? So I mean, today we got the news from the Republican head, um, Chuck Schumer. Is that his name? I think that's his name, right? Oh, McCarthy, Kevin McCarthy. That's his name. I don't read a lot of politics, as you can see. But they commented that they are coming up on a deal very soon. So the market, as you can see, the stock market at least, and the crypto market a little bit. The stock market has been rallying pretty hard, just a relief rally in because we had positive news regarding the debt ceiling deal. So that's something we like to see, because if we default, it's definitely going to be a bad time for the economy, and crypto will go down as well. So that's kind of my view on it, and I think we should be able to get a deal by the deadline next week. And let me share my screen. Let me share my screen for 1 second. And, it's. Mm-hmm.
If they raise the debt limits, it means the U.S. Treasury can borrow more money from people in the U.S. or in the other countries. Like, will there be any effects on that? Like, if they borrow more and what will happen to the government?
Mm-hmm. So hold on. Let's look at this chart and then I will answer that. Right. So so Ken's asked when's the deadline, by the way. Yeah, the deadline, supposedly the estimated deadline is next Thursday, so June 1st. So they were hoping to get the deal done by Wednesday, literally right before the bell, right before everything comes crashing down. But some people have said it could be all the way till June 5th, right? If they do some fancy like financing or do some kind of stuff like that. But as you guys can see on this chart was updated 2 days ago on Wednesday. The U.S. Treasury account is down to 61. Here, can you guys see that? Should I zoom in? Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in.
Yeah.
61 billion left in their account. And then last Wednesday, we were at 116 billion. So if we're going to go spend the amount that we are currently spending by next week, Wednesday, we're going to be almost to zero, right? So we definitely have to get this deal done. I think the maximum time is 2 weeks. And just to go back to Xia's question, if the debt ceiling rises, then temporarily the liquidity in the markets will drop because they will be issuing lots of government bonds, right? So by issuing the government bonds, they're pulling out liquidity from the markets and they're replenishing that Treasury general account, basically what the chart we just showed you. So they're going to be issuing 500 billion to 1 trillion just to replenish the account, and they're not going to spend it all. So they're just going to put it in a bank account somewhere and it's not going to be touched. So like people with money right now, institutions, they could be buying stocks, they could be buying crypto, they could be spending it. But if the debt ceiling is raised and the Fed is going to be issuing this new debt, then that money is going to be sucked out of the market. That money that could have been freely spent, right? It's going to be taken out, put it in an account somewhere and spent later on. So, and as we all know, the crypto market is inversely correlated with the amount of liquidity that is available right now. So when liquidity goes down, crypto prices go down as well. As we saw in 2020, 2021, US printed a lot of money, and Bitcoin, of course, is a hedge to inflation and a hedge to it is, as we see, lots of liquidity flowing into the market. We believe, the US dollar is worth less, right? If the amount of dollars double today, it should be worth half of what it was worth yesterday, right? So Bitcoin is a good hedge towards that. But as liquidity drops, Bitcoin also drops temporarily. So I feel like this is going to be a short-term effect, right? With the debt ceiling being raised, some liquidity is going to be sucked out of the market, and Bitcoin prices might have a sideways action or a decline. That's part of our view. So that is basically the effect of the debt on liquidity. Joseph Fowler, why is Pinex US delisting XRP? Are we delisting XRP?
I don't think so.
I'll let Sia look at that, and then we will get back to Joseph. But anyways, let's go into some more positive news, right? Aside from the U.S. debt limit, the U.S. debt, we also have some positive news coming out. So we have some positive news surrounding Hong Kong and China, which we could see have a potential positive effect in the near future for Bitcoin. We don't see any immediate effects, but hopefully in the future we will be seeing some. So let's take a look. So China's central television airs crypto segment, right? So actually, before that, let's see this. So Hong Kong established some new rules last week. We all knew retail trading was coming into Hong Kong, legal crypto trading. So Hong Kong is allowing retail users to trade crypto, right? So this is very positive, as they didn't have any regulations, and China has banned crypto in 2021. So as Hong Kong as an extension of China, it's kind of like the testing ground. Things have to happen in Hong Kong first before China adopts it. So Hong Kong has established some rules, and we can go look into that right now. So the rules for retail. Oh wait, you guys can't see my screen. See it? Can we add it?
Yes.
Okay. That's my fault. Here, right here. Hong Kong, new crypto rules covered by China State TV, right? So let's go over some of these. So basically, the coins that can be traded by retail are coins that are priced in indexes that are made by regulated exchanges or ETFs. But these indexes basically can show that these coins have accurate pricing and not a scam coin. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coins that applies to these rules right now in Hong Kong, and that can be traded by retail. So of course, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, these three popular Bitcoins can be traded, and Bitcoin Cash. And the other ones are Chainlink, Polygon, Avalanche, Cardano, Solana, and Polkadot. So these are all popular top 10, top 20 coins, right? And it makes sense. Hong Kong isn't just being willy-nilly. You guys retail users can trade whatever you want and lose all your money. They're saying no. It has to be very, very mature coins that have been around the block for a while. And so these are the 10 coins that are allowed right now under the current rules in Hong Kong. And because of these, we could see, in the near future, we could see some new money flowing in, and driving these prices up. So this is definitely some positive news, at least for these 10 coins right now. And these, of course, are priced in by these indexes. Some of them are Galaxy, some 21 shares, Bitwise, Nasdaq, Wisdom Tree, all big, and all big indexes. These are Wisdom Tree is very big, and so is obviously Nasdaq is huge in the United States. And after this news, in China's central television actually aired this segment. So CCTV programming, it has an audience of 1 billion users in China. See, they're like they're the biggest news channel in China, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it's government
CCTV, it's
owned.
basically owned by the Chinese government. They actually talked about crypto and aired this announcement. So that is very exciting, right? CZ even tweeted about it. CZ was like, "Hey, usually when China gets involved, crypto pumps. We haven't seen that pump yet, but maybe because of the debt ceiling, or maybe it's too premature. But yes, it is massive, right?" CZ was like, "I'm not saying it's gonna pump, but every time China got involved, it pumps." So we do see China at least getting involved, and Hong Kong retail users are set to start trading, I think, sometime in mid of June. So that is some positive news that we like to see. Aside from the debt ceiling stuff, if that gets solved, then I don't even know if that's going to be positive news, to be honest. If that gets solved, it might actually weigh down crypto prices. But equity prices, as you guys see, has been going up. Nasdaq just made all 52-week highs. SPY is going up pretty strongly. Look at that big candle. Nasdaq just finally breaking out of this bear range established in 2022. So for the stock market, the debt market news is great because we are it's just less uncertainty in the markets, and the market hates uncertainty. Okay, so let's look at some crypto charts real quick. We also have some more bad news, but we can go over that in the end. Nobody wants to hear bad news. So overall, the Bitcoin chart is the same as before. Super boring, just going sideways. If we look on a longer time frame, we look at the monthly chart. nothing has been happening. It's pretty bearish monthly candle, right? We've been basically green for the past 4 months, and then finally we're getting a red candle in May, and just solely from this monthly chart, it looks like we can continue moving down. And let's look on a weekly time frame. Weekly time frame looks a little bit better, but we're going down, but now we're consolidating. We got these two. This week is also doji. We got these two consolidation candles. We're just going sideways. Not much is happening right now, but we are under the 27,000 support, so that is still a bearish sign, and we just have to see how this plays out. So let's dig down a little deeper on the daily chart. On the daily chart, last Tuesday we tested 27,500. So I wasn't really too convinced of this 27,500 support level, or resistance level, right? Support turns into resistance, but because look at this, we tested it once, twice, 3 times, and then again this Tuesday, so 4 times. So now after this last test of this 27,500, this is more convincing to me. This is making me feel like this is a very solid resistance now, right? We just tested it again, straight off 2750, and then we just dumped. We just had a huge candle down. And but then again, right? But then again, after this move down, we also bounced off this 26,000 support. We also got support here. So we're still kind of just like in this choppy sideways range. And what I want to see is if we can get over 2750, because of what I just talked about and how we tested it so many times. If we can get over this 2750, then I would flip bullish. I would definitely 100% flip bullish if we reclaim this 2750. So if we do, I marked this how many months ago? A long time ago, like on the live stream, like one whole month ago, and it's basically been playing out as we have predicted, but we didn't get the second bounce. And we also didn't get to this 25,000 yet. But if we don't get over this 27,500, I believe we're going to move to 25,000. So if we do, let's see. So my target is still 25,000, but let's talk about the case that it doesn't happen. If we do get over 27,000, my target for this would be 30,000, because 30,000 has a pretty strong resistance, right? Double top 30,000, or 32,000. 32,000 is also if you guys look back in May, it's a level of resistance right here in May of 2022. And it also prices also bounced off during the initial down move during February. So I would say if prices reclaim 2750, you have a very solid long here with very well defined risk. Risk would be if we close under 27,000 again, then that means, hey, this trade isn't going to work out. But if we do reclaim 2750, I believe we're going to go to 30,000 or even 32,000 before we kind of just consolidate in this big range some more for the rest of the year. So that's a counter case to what I am seeing. I still personally feel like, hey, if we come up here again, retest this 27,000, we fail, we kind of consolidate, and then we have a move down to 25. Maybe this will be driven by the debt ceiling and the lack of liquidity being sucked out of the market. I feel like most people are focused on equities market right now with AI, with Nvidia just popping 25% because of earnings and because of the forward guidance, right? So a lot of people are focused on the equities market and kind of putting the crypto market in the back burner for now. So with that and the debt ceiling news, we could really see a grind down into this 25,000 that we have been talking about. So before we talk about Ethereum, let me just collect my orders from last week. So every week we place orders, and then on the live stream, and then we will claim our rewards from last week on live as well. So last week we talked about this on live stream, 25,000, very safe, right? Very, very safe. We got 15% annualized yield on this. Cool. So it didn't get executed, some free interest. And then we also placed a 1,700 on Ethereum. That, of course, didn't execute as well. And if you guys look at the price, we basically ended up where we started, right? Prices just went sideways. Unless you're scalping this, you're not going to be making much money. So this, we also made 18%. And we just been making money and not taking losses every single week. And then we also placed another 1,750. I think I placed this one because I actually wanted to get long some Ethereum because it looked like it was bottoming out. So I placed this one not on the live stream. So, but this one was in profit as well. And then I also have some Bitcoins. So with my extra Bitcoins, I'm placing covered gain. I'm placing 29,000 covered gain, and it's returning me 22% interest annualized. And that is pretty cool because I would be happy selling at 29,000. And of course, we didn't even get close to there. Let's take profits for that as well. The BTC Flying Wheel, I opened this. When did I open this? I think a month ago. Put $500 in. It's already returned 3.76%. So the Flying Wheel works very well in this type of environment where we're just going sideways, because we are buying low and earning and just selling covered calls. So we are earning very high interest, but the risk is if we get stuck in Bitcoin and prices dump, right? But our prediction is prices won't go down that much. As you can see, my arbitrage profits is $23 and it's 4%, almost 5%, and my holding cost is -1%. So I'm down. I have an unrealized loss of 1%, but I have almost 5% return from just earning interest on my holdings. And my cost of holdings isn't too bad either. Look at that. It's 27,000 for my cost of holdings, and I'm selling it at 27,000 with my covered call, right? So Flying Wheel has been working out very, very great. And Shia, do you want to go over our little contest thing?
Yes. We are holding a raffle for people who copied Jay's trades. Later, he will show you what are the trades he would place in the current market situation. And so there's a rule for participating in the raffle. So first, you need to post the buy the dip or cover gain order on Twitter, and at the same time at pinex.com and also 0x trades. That is Jay's Twitter account. And also, the order needs to be placed after today, 7:30 p.m. UTC. So we wanted you to learn from Jay, like how he would place the trades today. So maybe you can copy from his trades and post the trades that you copied. And another rules is that you need to place the amount for bet the dip needs to be greater than 50 USDT. And we will select the first 3 people who post the trades on Twitter will receive 10 USDT each. And we will continue watching on people who post the trades. So there will be another 2 people earning the 10 USDT later who post before May 29, 11:59 p.m. UTC. So stay with Jay and go get to see what he will place today.
Oh yeah, so basically, just if you guys can follow the order, I'm gonna basically talk about what I'm gonna place. If you copy it, post a screenshot on Twitter, tag Pinex, tag me. First 3 people, we'll give you guys 10, just airdrop into your account. We'll DM you on Twitter, 10 USDT just for placing the order. And of course, this order is most likely, not financial advice, most likely going to make money. Our orders have not lost money yet in the past month. So they're pretty relatively safe, And so you're basically just going to get an extra $10, 10 USDT on top of what you are already going to make. So 3 for the first 3 users who copy it, who tweet at us on Twitter, we're gonna give that to you, and then we're gonna randomly choose another 2 out of everyone who participated next Monday. So be sure to do that. Some free money for you guys, and yes, sirs. So let's basically post in 5 minutes, I guess. 3 since it's just what is it, 7:30 p.m.? Yeah, 7:30 p.m. Okay, cool. So I'm going to talk about Ethereum before I get into the orders. Oops, wrong chart. So Ethereum is actually relatively strong compared to Bitcoin. I actually really like Ethereum here. So looking at the Ethereum chart, we've just been going literally sideways, and we didn't make a new low. Bitcoin had a retest of this level. Bitcoin had a retest of this level right here, but Ethereum, it's actually been holding very strong. I really like the Ethereum chart. Ethereum actually, Kenzo said he placed the order too early. I have to wait 5 more minutes. And so let me talk about it. So Ethereum, actually, there's a 36-day wait for Ethereum for people to stake on Ethereum right now. It's kind of so people, institutions, and people are actually really, there's a line to be staking Ethereum. People are talking about, hey, after the Shanghai upgrade, we might be unstaking. We're scared that people are gonna take out their money and start dumping on the market. But instead of that, there's actually a line to stake Ethereum. So the fundamentals are pretty strong for Ethereum here, and the chart looks stronger than Bitcoin as well. So if we look at some why is this stuck on the brush? Let's look at the indicators. So indicator wise, the TTM squeeze is squeezing right now. So that means it's being prepared. So it's basically the Bollinger Band channel is inside the calendar channel, and it's getting ready to expand. So whenever volatility comes, this is going to fire. And it means usually when the TTM fires, it means that a pretty big trend will come because it's been consolidating for so long. And if you guys look at the MACD, it is also just cross bullish. Of course, it's still kind of intertwined right now, but I actually like it when the MACD is intertwined. That means, we're just consolidating. And once prices have some volatility and one big candle breaking out of this range, that means momentum should follow to the upside. So I actually really like Ethereum. So I think I might be, I will give you guys 2 orders to place for Ethereum, I guess. All right, so let's look. Let's talk about Bitcoin as well. Bitcoin is a little bit weaker, so I would be safer. I would still want to only buy Bitcoin at 25,000 or lower. And if you guys look at the volume profile on the right side right here, there's a lack of volume, right, between 27,000 to 25,000. So very little support because we kind of just had one candle up, and we just started moving inside of this 27 to 30,000 range. So from this 25 to 27,000 range, there is basically no demand or no transactions. So if you look at this 25,000 range, however, there's a lot more volume. So a lot more buyers and sellers here. So I would still only be buying at 25,000. That is the safest place, safest place, I would say. So, all right. So let's see what we have today. I know volatility is also kind of low these days because we've been inside of this range. So I'm going to try to find something that is not too low. Okay. So 7 days, 25,000, 15%. That's not horrible. That is not horrible. Okay. So I'm going to place this one. So 15% returns, 7-day expiry. So next week, we're going to go over this on the live stream. Target price, 25,000. So this looks very good to me. I'm going to put in my 2,000. And you guys can copy that if you want, or you guys can place the Ethereum one as well. Hold on, give me 1 second. Either you guys can do that one, or if you're like less risk averse, you can do the 2450 or 24,000. Obviously, the returns are less, but this is like very safe. I doubt there's like a 99% chance it's not going to reach 24,000. And for Ethereum, for those of you who are more interested in Ethereum, let's see, 15%, 7 days. I might go a little bit more aggressive because I actually believe Ethereum is stronger. So let me see. Ethereum, let's look at the chart one more time. Ethereum, I would do like a 1750. Yeah, I would do a 1750. So Ethereum 7 days 1750, 26% returns. This one is a little bit more risky. So if you guys want to invest in this one, there is a chance you're going to be actually buying at 1750. But because Ethereum is stronger and actually wouldn't mind holding some, I am okay with this return. So almost 27% annualized return, 1,750. I'm going to be placing.
The screen.
Oh, oops, my bad.
No
Keep
problem.
forgetting to switch. So this one right here, Ethereum, 7 days, 1,750. I'm okay, and this is almost 27% annualized return. So I'm going to be doing this one. Also putting in 2,000 USDT. All right, cool. So you guys are, if you guys can copy those trades and post it on Twitter, tag me, tag Pinex, the Pinex official account, and we'll go through it and we'll DM you guys on Twitter and airdrop you some free money. And these orders, I mean, personally, I would say these orders are very safe and very good. So, but you don't have to copy me exactly. Just go place some orders, guys, and we'll be checking the Pinex Twitter. I bet everybody's just like rushing over and like posting screenshots now. All right. Cool. All right, so let's continue a little bit. All right, I'm gonna dive a little bit deeper. And guys, don't forget, you guys can keep on placing these orders, and we're still gonna choose 2 random winners on Monday. So if you're not the first 3 who do it, that's okay, because we're still gonna choose 2 random winners afterwards. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin, but on the 1 hour chart. So I really do like this chart. I actually took a long on Litecoin when, I'm not sharing my screen again. Nice. Okay, so on this chart, right, we have the weekly low somewhere around here, right? On Sunday, we have the weekly low around 26,500, and then we have the monthly low over here at 25,850. And where did this candle go? Straight to 25,860. And this is how technical analysis works, right? We test the lows, and we might overshoot a little bit, but look how accurate this is. It's like crazy how accurate it is, right? Last one, 25,825. This time, 25,866. $40 difference, barely 0.01%. So this is what I would call almost price to perfection, right? So what we see, right? We broke down previous resistance, 26,000. Again, retest the bottom, had a double bottom, right? 1, 2, and we reclaimed. So this is a failed breakdown. This is a market structure break, right? A failed market structure break, because we broke resistance. We tested this liquidity. We wanted to see if there was any orders here. We wanted to see how strong the buyers were. We went into the liquidity. We tried to get some liquidity, and then we bounce back up. And in this type of scenario, I will go long. I will go buy using futures, using spot, whatever you guys are comfortable with. I will go long right here at 26,100 or 26,000. And your area of risk is very defined. It is the lows. So it is 25,800. That is your area of risk. So only around $130 to $200 of risk. And if it breaks, you get out. That's it. Simple as that. Because we broke this. So because we had a failed breakdown, a market structure break, right? If we go break again, usually there's no second false breakdown. That is going to continue down. So I would have taken a long right here. And obviously this played out pretty well. This is almost a 4-to-1 risk and reward, I think. Let me measure that. Long position. If I went long, 26,134. And right currently it is a 3-to-1. Wait, is it 3-to-1? 3.2 to 1. Yeah, 3.2 to 1 risk and reward ratio. I actually took this trade on Litecoin. Hold on, let me show my poster. Where is it? Give me 1 second. So hard to find these share screen things. Okay, let me see. Here we go.
Here we go.
So this is the Litecoin I took. I took 25x leverage just because just because I'm a degen and I like more leverage, and I thought it was a very safe trade. So this returned 65%. So I entered at 85 and then I sold at around 87.6. So let's go look at the chart for that one. Let's go look at the chart for Litecoin. So Litecoin's been very strong recently too, but Ethereum is actually stronger. But I just really like this Litecoin chart. So I went long right here around where did I go long? Let me see. I went long at around $25. So right around here, 25. Right? Okay, so right around here, and then I'm holding it almost till 86, 87. So this one almost had like a 3 risk and reward ratio. I believe Litecoin is going to continue going up. So I sold half my position, but I'm still holding half for higher prices. So Litecoin, why did I buy this, right? We retested the 200-day moving average, and 83 level was also a strong support. If you guys look at the previous times, we had this acted as resistance right here. Support broke out, retest acted like support right here, and then this acted like resistance over here, and then it acted like support before breaking down and then breaking over, and then we got a pullback into this 83, and the 200 moving average was in confluence with this support level right here. My red line is a 200-day moving average, and you guys can see prices spiked right into this. Of course, the daily chart doesn't do it justice because that's a very long-term thing. So when I'm entering, I'm going down the hourly chart. If so right here we had a breakdown of 83, false breakdown, similar to Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? False breakdown, reclaim. We actually got a retest of this support level, this 83 support, right? This black line that I had, 83.50, not 83. And this gives you a double confirmation, right? It didn't break down 83.50. This one broke down. We retested it, and then we broke out. And then I entered on this breakout right here, this breakout of the previous high. And of course, as you guys can see, it's just been a straight up. It's been straight up since there. What is it up? 3%. So of course I used 25x leverage. So this turned into a 60% gain. But this is a 3% move without leverage. Do you guys have any questions? I hope that is helpful. Just seeing like a quick trade that I took yesterday. I don't think there is any questions. Doorless says he's still learning. So yeah, I mean the charts on Litecoin looks good. On Ethereum, it looks relatively strong as well, like I just said. If you guys see this tight range, right? We're already breaking back into this triangle. And on Bitcoin, it looks the worst out of them all. So that is one that I wouldn't be, I would be waiting for a dip. Brett asked, any trades I'm looking at to take soon? Honestly, the only because it's harder to say on a longer time frame, right? So the only trade I'm looking to take soon is if Bitcoin breaks over this 2750. So on the daily, it would have to close over 2750. So what I'm looking for is, for example, let's do the ghost bars. For example, let's say we get some kind of action like this, some retest, and then we break over 2750, right? And if we get a retest of 2750 and kind of this sideways action, I would be looking to buy. I wouldn't be buying on the breakout because we can do something similar as before. We could do something like this: breakout, boom, break down, and then we move down lower. So I don't want you to be trapped in that. So if Bitcoin plays out in this type of pattern, we break out, we have a retest of 2750, and then we kind of consolidate. Or if we don't consolidate, we have a retest, and then we start moving up again, I would buy this. I would buy this retest. I wouldn't buy this breakout. If you miss it, you miss it. If it breaks out and continues going, then let it do its thing. I wouldn't chase it. So I personally would wait for the retest on this 2750 area, buy it, and if it breaks 20, and if it goes down lower and it breaks 27,000, I would get out. So that is the trade I'm looking at, and this is how I want it to play out, right? I want it to play out like this. And then later on, and after we get this, of course, I want it to go up and do some sort of pattern like this. This is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. And then into this 30,000, I will probably sell. So the risk and reward for this is pretty darn good, I would say. If you want to measure it, let's say we go long 2750. Our target would be like 30,000 almost, 30,000, and our risk would be 27,000. So this is what is this, like a 4 to 1 risk and reward trade. So you can lose this trade 4 times and you would still be break even. So Brett, that is what I am looking at now. ADA, let's see ADA. So ADA actually has some news. I'm going to share my screen here. Cardano's TVL reaches new all-time highs, over 446 million ADA. So yeah, Cardano has a little bullish sentiment behind it. It's got some, it's got more interest and more money value locked inside of the DeFi ecosystem. So it is growing in popularity. I think it has to do with some meme coins being launched on Cardano. Yep. Meme coins has played a role in Cardano's TVL surge. Tokens like the well-known SNEC have found a welcoming home on Cardano, attracting diverse participants eager to explore and invest in these satirical digital assets. So let's go look at the chart. So there's a little narrative behind it. More TVL is always good. Meme coins on it is always good, but I don't believe meme coins will drive the whole narrative. Let's see. Looking at the chart, ADA still does not look very good. 200-day moving average is sideways, which is okay. It's not bad. There's a lot of trading volume above this 35 cents level, right? If you guys can see on the right side, if we zoom out a little bit, a lot of trading volume above. That means a lot of sellers, potential sellers. But I do like how it is near the 200-day moving average and how the TTM squeeze is about to fire to the upside, just like Ethereum. And as well as the MACD, it is doing this sort of crisscross sideways action. Usually, this just means consolidation, but as soon as prices really start moving up, we can see this blow up to the upside. So ADA does look okay to me right now. It doesn't look horrible, but I just don't think the meme news will push it up that much. So for ADA, if Bitcoin goes up, I would also be interested in ADA as kind of like a leverage trade, higher beta trade, instead of trading Bitcoin, which is too expensive. Let me just look at this some more. I would probably, let's see. I would probably buy ADA if we break over 40 cents. I just wouldn't buy it now at 35. I would want to buy at 40 when the 9 EMA, when it's above the 9 and the 21 EMA, just to show me some momentum. And I don't think that'd be too late. I think buying at over 40 cents, the target would be 40. wait, is this 40 cents? Oh, my bad. It's not 40 cents. I would buy at 38 cents, above 38 cents, right? And then 38 cents to the yearly highs at 46 cents. That is a 20% gain to the upside. So if Bitcoin follows what I just told Brett that it could do, the trade I'm looking for, ADA could also go up 20% to the 45-cent mark. So it doesn't look too bad. If you guys look at previously before it squeezed, right? After long periods of consolidation, this red means that it's about to fire off. The signal is about to fire off. And when it does, we can see a pretty long trend. This happened again over here. We had a little consolidate. We had a mini consolidation. The signal fires, and we had quite a little nice trend. And I believe the same thing might happen here with the signal, turning red, but it hasn't fired yet. If we go above 38 cents, it will fire. Yeah, no problem, Brett. No problem. Not a problem at all. Hope that was helpful. And I hope to see you guys make some money and share that and post that on Twitter and tag us, just like I did with LTC. We have a poster function on our app. If you guys trade the futures, definitely explore the app and post it on Twitter and share it around just to, brag about how good you are at trading.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's go into some more fundamental news. If you guys have any questions, you can just drop it in the chat. But if not, I'm going to go into some more fundamental stuff. And I know some people think it's boring, it's not as interested in it, but we're still going to talk about it unless people have questions. So, one negative thing right now is that in the US, the stablecoin supply has been decreasing overall, right? Except for USDT. USDT has been rising. USDT, has the largest market cap of all stablecoins, and it's actually reaching I think this is all-time high back in April. Yeah, it's reaching the all-time highs. So this means that more people are flooding in with USDT, and that's good, right? Because there's going to be more liquidity in the crypto market. But if we look at USDC, which is the most popular stable coin for US users because they're more transparent with their holdings and reserves and things like that, it has been on a very sharp decline over the past couple of months, right after the SVB incident. And then if we look at BUSD, it's just dying, right? Because, the SEC went after it, saying that, it was not following the laws of the United States. And they wanted Paxos to stop issuing it. So if we look at the total circulating supply of all stablecoins, is actually still trending down. So even though USDT is trying to make up for some of it, it is still trending down. And this is a trend we don't like to see, because this means less liquidity in the markets. And of course, less liquidity means lower crypto prices, because there's going to be less people buying. Yes. So that's one of the negative factors that has been, having a kind of being a dark cloud over crypto. Some positive news, I guess, a little bit positive. In the UK, inflation finally sank below 10% for the first time since August. So that is good for the people in Europe, right? Inflation is coming down. Oil prices are dropping. Energy prices are coming down a little bit. And that must be very welcoming for the people there, because they have some crazy heating and gas prices in the past year. So this is very positive. It's a very positive headline, and this actually, caused the crypto market and stock market to go up when this news came out on Wednesday a little bit. And as well, in the US, the Fed officials shown in the last Federal Reserve minutes that the Fed officials were less confident on the need for more rate hikes. So in their private conversation, what they discussed was that we might not need as many rate hikes as we had thought. And this is obviously positive, because less rate hikes means freer flowing money, less interest rates means more borrowing, right? And we do want to see that. However, the data that came out today was not very good. And this is something the Fed really looks at. So we had some inflation data come out today. So basically, how the amount that these the basket of goods or services has risen since last year, and this is the data that the Fed, the U.S. Federal Reserve, looks at. So this is a U.S. PCE price index, and year over year it grew 4.4%. Previously, it was 4.2, and the forecast was 3.9. So this is a really hot number. The 4.4 is not what we want to see. So if the Fed sees, inflation going down for 1 month and then going up for another month, then they might have to keep interest rates higher or even raise it higher, right? For contradictory of what they just said in their last meeting. So let's see what the probabilities are. So
Yesterday was like 52% of not raising the rate.
yeah, like last week it was 80% of not raising rates. So this one represents not raising rates because right now we're at 5% to 5.25% interest rates. And this represents raising interest rates at the next Federal Reserve meeting, which is on June 14th. So yes, a couple of days ago, this was at 20, this was at 80. But because of the hot inflation numbers, now market is pricing in a more of a chance, a 66% chance raising interest rates, and 1/3, 33% chance of holding it steady, right? So because of the high inflation numbers, we have a rebalancing of these probabilities, and the Fed could be raising interest rates even higher, and that is going to be weighing down on the markets. The only reason markets are up today is because the possibility of a deal being reached has more, I guess, has more positive effects on the market than the negative effects of the Fed raising interest rates higher. And one last thing I'm going to share is this is also negative. So CoinShares is one of the indexes that we just shown for the Hong Kong thing that prices a lot of crypto and altcoins, and they have had outflows of 31 million for the past 5 weeks, totaling 232 million in outflows. So this is not good, right? This means that money is flowing out of these index or ETFs holding crypto. And we have seen, and obviously outflows means people are selling and redeeming their funds, right? So for example, we can look at over here, weekly flows. Bitcoin had some 3 million flows, and here we go. Bitcoin had actually most of the outflows. Ethereum only had a little bit. So other funds like XRP, Litecoin, and Cardano actually had a positive increase. So they saw an inflow in funds, but Bitcoin had a large outflow. So this, of course, is a negative. This is one more negative factor that has been weighing on Bitcoin's price over the past 5 weeks. And we can see in the past 5 weeks, we've been having a small pullback, right? We have been kind of consolidating to the downside. Yeah. Thank you, Kenzo, for joining. You got to leave. I see that Kenzo said he's got to go. Thank you for joining. And thank you, Rollin, for the praise. So that's all I had to share with you guys for today. Do you guys have any questions, any comments, or want to see me going over some charts? Just let us know. Let's do some Q&A.
Jay, do you think if the Fed keeps raising rate, and maybe more banks will like bankruptcy or something?
Maybe, that's interesting because Janet Yellen last week, I think we covered this a little bit. She actually said that she expects more mergers in the area, meaning that more banks should fail, right? So with the interest rates this high and potentially them raising it higher, there could be some other regional banks that do fail.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe so. Let's see bank prices. I think regional banks been doing pretty well. Yeah, we had a bounce off $2. Pac West 2 to 7. That's like an altcoin right there. That's 176%. We should be trading banks, not altcoins. Yeah, no problem. Dorlays, thank you for coming. Yeah, but I mean, there's just more action in the stock market right now. To be honest, we can see gold coming down. Also, part of the reason Bitcoin is coming down. Bitcoin follows gold. Probably no default. There's probably going to be no default. You know, a lot of people are selling off these risk assets. Let's see. VIX is dying. I actually had a VIX position, and I should have sold this yesterday when it hit 20. Oof, I screwed that up. I missed that. Let's see. SPY coming down, bounced right off this trend line. I can't believe the debt limit news is pushing the market up this high. Bella asked, why is USDT supply increasing while others do the opposite? So no problem, Crypto Me. Thanks for coming. So basically, BUSD is because of SEC kind of saying you can't issue anymore, so banning it. So that's why people are coming out of BUSD. There's less liquidity. There's less people holding it because they want to redeem it for cash before it's too late. And USDC is because they had some news that they lost some money during the SVB incident. But overall, I'm not sure why the USDC liquidity is coming down, but people are transferring to USDT because in the US, USDC is actually more popular because it's backed by Circle, which is one of the largest on-ramps in the space, which is also partly, I think, in partnership with Coinbase. So I'm actually not sure why USDC liquidity is coming down, but USDT is known to be the oldest and biggest stablecoin issuer, but they are not very transparent with their holdings. So that is a bad part. But I don't know why people are more feel safer on USDT. Let me see. USDC supply falling. Wait, it fell because of the banking crisis with SVB, but I'm not sure why it keeps on decreasing recently. I guess just because of that, people are scared. I think USDC and USDT are both very centralized.
Mm-hmm.
And DXY. So I actually have a nice chart on DXY. All right. I know it's very small. Bear with me here. So on the DXY, so basically this is the US yield curve forwarded 12 months. So you subtract the 10-year with the 3 months and then just move it to the right by 12 months. And the black line is the dollar index. DXY. So DXY, people only go into DXY because there's a lot of risk in the markets. Of course, obviously for the 5% yield as well, but I think mostly people are going into the dollar index because they fear US default, right? So they're selling out of bonds and buying the dollar. But if you look at this yield curve, so obviously the yield curve, the US real yield curve is it represents the risk in the market, right? Because the wider the yield, the more risk there is. So right now it is coming down to negatives as we have been for the past year almost, showing that people want longer dated bonds, right? Because it's safer, the 10-year bonds, and the dollar usually follows that. It just shows that there's more risk right now in the markets. And the DXY, if you're looking at this chart, the DXY, even though we had a relatively strong bounce currently, it ultimately is probably going to continue lower. If you believe that this is a leading indicator, if you see the chart, it looks like it has been pretty consistent in leading the movement of the dollar. Dorlis asked, could it be because it's easier to find USDT as trading pairs? I think there's just as many USDC pairs as USDT pairs, to be honest. But I'm not completely sure. I think it's just because of the SVB incident, where Circle lost like a couple billion of dollars, couple billion dollars in liquidity, and people were kind of freaking out, like, hey, what if it's not backed 1-to-1 anymore? And after that, people just started selling USDC and converting into USDT. Cool. I'm gonna answer this one last one. Thoughts on BTC dominance? Let's see. BTC dominance. Could we see a breakout on BTC dominance? I mean, I don't really like to do technicals on the dominance chart, but I know some people do it. I just think it's a little weird. I'm just like, hey, I don't think people trade off of technicals for dominance. It's just like, but I think Ethereum looks better, personally. But if you're looking at purely technicals on the Bitcoin dominance chart, it looks good. It looks good right here. It looks like a bull flag, right? If we can break out, maybe we can go to like 52%. But like personally, I don't really like to do technical analysis on Bitcoin dominance charts. It just doesn't really make sense to me. If we look at Ethereum dominance, this looks good. This looks like it's going up, right? Ethereum has been performing pretty well. I think Ethereum looks better, to be honest, than Bitcoin. It has better fundamentals right now. Death to altcoins. I think altcoins is just a rotation. Personally, it's just like one coin does good one day, then the other one does the other way. It's just a narrative, right? I know one that's good right now. RNDR. They had the Apple narrative with AR VR, and this one's doing pretty good. Pepe's just dying. It just comes in rounds, right? ARB, STX, SNX. I think Lido did pretty well for a day. Yeah, Lido did well for like a couple days, and then it just died. I think it's just very quick right now, to be honest. I think it's just like very rotational. Someone said, I like BUSD. BUSD is dead. No, they can't issue it anymore. I don't know why you like BUSD. BUSD is just, it's going to be gone soon. Okay, that's a good question. I'm going to answer that last one before we end here. Dorlis asked, will BTC look wasteful over time, right? Because of Ethereum and the footprint. So it's just a kind of like a ESG kind of thing, right? Environmental. So they actually did a study on this, and they said Bitcoin was almost carbon neutral. Yes, it is wasteful sometimes, but a lot of people are using green energy, solar and wind, and even gas flares and stuff like that. So someone did a study on it, and the emissions, or the emissions from Bitcoin is actually very low. I forgot how much it was, but it was very, very low, like comparable to I don't want to not misquote, but it was very, very low. Like, is it like I gotta find the report. I read a report a while back, and I don't think the green revolution will make BTC look wasteful, just because there's actually they make use, some of them make use of renewable energy, and then also some methods of mining also uses like solar flares, like waste gas that they can convert into mining Bitcoin. So that's actually negative carbon emissions, because you're using gas that would have been wasted. Yeah, okay. And I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna answer this last one by Omar. Yeah, my throat is dry.
Stagnation on YouTube.
Talk so much. Yeah, Dorless, I will reference it next week for you. I'll find the report. And Omar, why do people invest in joke token? Like meme token, or like, is joke a token? I wouldn't be surprised. No, I don't think.
No, there's.
I mean, it kind of is. If you, Omar, if you mean like meme tokens, people invest in it because it's funny, and that's about it. People invest in it because it's funny, and like it's a meme, right? It's just like social media. It's like GameStop. It's just hype, right? Like Doge. Look at this, right? Why do people invest in Doge? Because Doge is cute and Elon Musk likes Doge, and everybody on social media just pumped it. Yeah, like Pepe, Floki. It's just because it's a meme, right? If it's around on the internet and people like it and it catches hype, or it could be whale manipulation, right? Someone throw 1 million, 2 million. You see this. So on Pepe, right? People just want to make money. You see this God candle, like you're just like, oh my God, people just made like millions of dollars. So like 300% in a day. Wouldn't you want to chase this too? So it's just like a crowd psychology. People make money, more people chase in, and then more people chase in, and mostly retail people chase in, right? Up here, a lot of retail chasing, and then boom, you get killed. You lose what do you lose? You lose like 50% of your money just like that. So it's just like a hot potatoes. Who's gonna get out first? So it's just like who can be the last musical chairs? Who is gonna be the last one sitting?
It's like gambling.
It's like gambling. Yeah, it's like gambling. But if you want to trade it for fun, it's not a big deal. A lot of people trade it successfully if you have a plan, right? Big one of our partners, Bitcoin Trading Challenge, he trades it pretty well, but he has a plan. He has a plan to trade it on like the second chart, which is pretty cool. But aside from that, I wouldn't recommend just gambling on it. All right, cool. I think we're gonna end it there today. Covered a lot. I hope everybody got something from the live stream and you guys participated in the giveaway. Yes, so thank you guys for joining. Thank you, as always. Thank you guys for coming. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video so we get it spread out and we get better reviews on the YouTube algorithm. Thank you guys for all the questions. Love all the questions and interaction. Really, really appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys next week the same time. All right.
Thank you, guys. You can feel free to leave any contents that you want us to talk about in the comment section.
Thanks, guys. Have a nice weekend. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.